Welcome to this week's video, everybody. This is my review of the DJI Pocket 2 Creator Combo. In this video, I'll be going through 5 reasons why you should be using this camera in 2024 and reasons why the camera is pretty special as well. So I've been using this camera for around about a month now. I bought it just because I'm getting into blogging, vlogging, and just general videography. I've taken photography up as a hobby for years. I've got a DSLR camera. I'm into music production and audio production, etc., etc. So I felt it was always the right direction for me to go in to do videography and start filming some proper nice stuff, as well as vlogging on my YouTube channel, My Wild Adventures, documenting all my camping trips. Okay, so this week I'm looking at reviewing the DJI Pocket 2. I bought the Creator Combo package. I did get it used secondhand from CEX. I paid £260 for it in total. Luckily for me, I sold another camera, which paid for that, so that was really good. So it means I got it pretty much a straight swap. But I am impressed with this camera. I really am. I think I would say it's the best thing I've bought because it's really uplifted my footage and it's given me really good, strong, high quality video, which I've never had before. I've only ever used my phone or a DSLR camera handheld, or a little small handheld video cameras, and they're just nowhere near this quality at all. I am really impressed with it. So this is what you get. You get the little mini Pocket 2. It's like a stick with a camera on top of it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's tiny, it's small, it's barely noticeable, so you can film out in public. People tend to not really notice that you're filming. I have had a couple of strange looks when I'm sort of walking around with it like that in the sky and stuff like that. People sort of wonder what I'm doing, but it's not that noticeable. And it is really good fun to use. And it comes with a bunch of accessories, which I will get into as we go through the 5 reasons why I am rating this camera in 2024 for your YouTube vlogging. Reason number 1, as I've already stated, is the size. Okay, so I am all about convenience. I've got young children and I've got, a lot of baggage to carry, and I don't really want to be carrying around a big video camera or something that's hard to get out or put into changing lenses and all that type of stuff. So I wanted something small. And this does the job. It's pocket size. It is literally called the DJI Pocket 2 because it literally fits in your pocket. Now, I was up in arms about whether I'd go for the DJI Pocket 3, just go out for a little bit more expenditure and just get that better quality. But actually, when I saw the size of it, I thought, actually, this wins in terms of size. I've had it in my pocket when I've been on holiday or when I've been on days out and just whipped it out really quickly, took the case off it and just sort of did some filming really quickly. You can switch it on quickly and you can get going really pretty much straight away without setting it up. So it's really small and it fits in your pocket, and it's very handy in terms of carrying around, and especially if you're traveling or you're going camping or you're going on holiday with a family and you've got a lot of baggage and you don't want to be carrying big camera stuff around with you. It's really useful, and the size is really impressive. It's very small. Now, one negative about that is that the screen that you get on the camera itself is very difficult to see. So you can see how small the screen is there. It's not too bad most of the time. So if you're doing panoramic shots of nature or whatever, or you're doing a little vlog of yourself, you can see okay. You can connect your phone to it via Bluetooth as well, which I was pleased with. I thought you had to have the connections, but no, you can do it via Bluetooth. Yeah, so that's one little thing. A lot of people said the same when I was looking at reviews before I bought it, is that the screen is just so small. But I've got used to it, and, it's just one of them things. It was part of the deal when I bought it, was that it was small and, just compact. So it doesn't really bother me, and you can connect your phone to it. So if you wanted a bigger screen, you can connect and just look at your phone and do proper footage as well if you've got the time for that. Reason number 2 is the quality of the actual camera itself. Now, when I first was looking into buying this camera, I did see a few comments from people saying that it's not much better than your phone and you can get as good a footage on your phone. I saw some comparison videos. I can tell you right now, that is the worst thing I heard. It is completely wrong. It's nothing like your phone. It's completely different. When you first use this video and you start doing panoramic shots of nature, or you're just doing some general filming and you want to get some steady footage of a really beautiful location, or you want a handheld held it as you're walking along and let it pan across and follow you as you're doing a bit of a talky talk video. It is way better than a phone camera. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily the actual video quality here. Arguably, that is probably around about the same as a very good phone camera in terms of like dynamic range and exposure and sharpness of the lenses. It's not incredible in that respect. It does shoot in 4K and it shoots 1080 at 30 frames, 25 frames. So it is high quality, but you can probably get as good a quality on your phone in terms of the actual video footage, but the steadiness of this camera is incredible, and the panning on the camera as well. You will not get that with a phone. Now, I've had a phone with a gimbal. It was a pain in the butt. I couldn't be bothered carrying it around me. It was dead big as well, and I had to get it out and put the phone on it, connect it all together. And you did get some good footage on it, but it was nowhere near this level of quality in terms of steadiness and panning and just getting that cinematic feel. I am so impressed with the quality. I think, obviously, in low light, yeah, it's not the greatest, I'm going to be honest. But I knew that when I bought it, and I'm not necessarily using it in low light as such. I'm using it and I'm out in the day. But in wintry conditions, I've yet to test it in, when it's really cloudy and dark in the winter in those afternoons. I've not tested it there, but I'm sure it won't be it's not too bad. You can just notice that there's not much dynamic range and there's a lot of darkness in some of the content if you're recording in low light. But I knew that when I bought it, and I wasn't bothered about it because you get the same with a phone, and that's what I was using prior to this. And no matter, to be honest, no matter what camera you get, you need to put lighting in. You can't just use you can't use a DSLR when in low light conditions. You'll just get crap footage. So you do need to have lighting anyway. So to me, when people say it's rubbish in low light conditions, so are all cameras, really. You're going to be filming in a dark room. You need to have some kind of lighting anyway. So like a light ring or some kind of external lighting. But I don't find it too bad. Now, one thing I am extremely, extremely impressed with and how easy it is to use is the microphone that comes with it. You switch this bad boy on, instantly connects to the camera. You clip it to your actual clothing, or you can just hold it up to your mouth. Oh, I've got my shirt open, so it's just flapping down. But you can clip it onto your shirt, or you can just hold it up to your mouth, and you can talk into it. It's absolutely brilliant. The quality is amazing when you put, especially as close as you get, when you get closer to it, when you're out, it's a bit windy or there's noise around, it picks up your voice really well, instantly connects to the camera, and it just transforms that quality of your video recording really, 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 really well, because it gives you that good audio. I think personally, as an audio producer and musician and whatnot, I think audio quality is the most important part of a video. You can put up with like slightly low quality video, in my opinion, but when you have low quality audio, it's a miserable watch. So this has transformed everything I've filmed since I bought it. When I'm doing like presenty bits or I'm just filming the kids just for family footage that I'm not going to upload on YouTube, it's just great because it just picks up your voice with clarity, and it's a good sounding microphone. I thought it might be a little bit cheap sounding. Obviously, it's not as good as the Shure SM7B that I'm on now, but for a camera mic that just clips to your clothing, really good, and I'm really, really impressed. So this just gives you an idea of the microphone itself. As I've just stated, it is a very good microphone for voice. So you can see I'm just panning around the room that I'm recording this video in, and you can see that the microphone is really good quality. This is actually also filmed on the DJI Pocket 2. You can just see it following me around the room. As you can see, it's flipping around, and it's quite smooth as well. It doesn't jump or make it look a bit unnatural. It's smooth and it pans really well, and especially if you're doing a panoramic of sort of what's in front of you, you can see it's got that cinematic feel. You can see it just swinging around like that, and it just looks lovely, and you can see it just sort of like panning, and you don't get that with another camera. But the microphone, as you can hear, is really, really good quality, and I would rate getting the microphone. If you do buy the Pocket 2, go for the Creator Combo because it comes with this mic, and I do highly recommend it. Plus it looks fluffy and cool. Point number 3 is the functions and the accessories that came with this camera. So you buy a normal camera, you just get the camera most of the time. You buy a DSLR, sometimes you just get the body, and maybe you'll get the kit lens as well. But with the DJI Pocket 2, you get like quite a few accessories, which excites me. I like that. That's great. When you're unboxing it, you find things in there, So what we'll go through is what it actually comes with. Now, I bought it secondhand, so there may have been one or two things missing, but I don't think there was. So mine came with this this slip-on case, which I find very useful. It protects the gimbal, and that's what's most important. So if I just slide that into the case, it stops that gimbal moving around, and you wouldn't be able to do that in a soft case. So that's really good that it comes with that, and it's really easy to get in and out. Do be careful though, because the case has scratched the camera a little bit in places. It doesn't really bother me because it doesn't affect the use of the camera, but it has given it a little bit of a mark here or there. May have been a little bit of grit in the case as I've slid it in, so just be careful with that. But very useful, but I would advise putting it in a soft case as well, just to keep it further protected, because it's still exposed all around. What I've found is the camera cases that you can buy for them on Amazon or eBay, they only fit in the top half of the camera, because this is the do-it-all handle, so it extends the length. So it doesn't fit into any of the cases that you can buy off Amazon. So it means you'd have to take the do-it-all handle off all the time and put it in the case, and then get to do it when you want to use it, take it out the case and put the do-it-all handle on again. I don't want to do that. So I just bought a very basic sort of like makeup bag type thing. I don't know, like a toiletries bag. And I've got like a soft, fluffy case for the camera itself, and that goes in the zip compartment on the bottom, and all the accessories can go on the top. That does me. It was a few quid from, I think it was from Aldi, actually. So the camera also comes with the do-it-all handle when you buy the Creator Combo. The do-it-all handle enables you to use external microphone, gives an extra length to hold the camera as well, and it just enables you to connect to, a bunch of different things as well. So it's definitely worthwhile getting that. If you don't, it just comes with this tiny handle. You can see the size difference, I think, there, and that's what it comes with on when you buy it. And I've never used it. I've taken it off and put the do-it-all handle on, and I've never taken the do-it-all handle off since. Comes with a mini little tripod stand, which I don't like. It's just like a metal. It's good to have just on your desk if you want to just quickly lash it onto the stand on your desk, but I got something a bit more substantial so I can hold the camera and get a bit more extension on it when I'm filming outside. It's not bad to have, but I don't really use it. Obviously comes with the microphone with the windshield as well. The windshield is very good. I have tested it in very windy conditions on a beach during a very particularly windy evening, and it does let some wind through, but I think that's just general. It was it was like really, really windy, so it was going to let some wind in, but it did well. When I put it close to my mouth, it did block out most of the wind noise. So it's a very good little microphone, and I'm very impressed with it. And it's quick charging as well. It really charges quite quick. It didn't come with this case. Now, what I will say about this case, all the things that came with it. So it came with a wide angle lens, and it came with 2 adapters. So you can slide this adapter off, and you can put slide a phone adapter onto there. It's in the case here, and you can connect your phone to it, and it mounts your phone to it. What I will say is, when I stored them in this case that it comes with, the slide-on case, they popped out all the time, and I lost them. So basically, I lost my wide-angle lens while I was on a walk on the beach, because I was just taking it in and out all the time and taking the camera out and then filming, and I didn't realise that it had just come out, and I've just dropped it somewhere, and it's so small I couldn't find it. And I also lost my phone connection as well, so I had to buy another wide-angle lens, and I had to buy another phone connector. They weren't expensive, but, well, £10, £20 each. But why did they come out of the case? They're meant to be in the case, and I'm using the case. That was a bit annoying. So I'm not keeping anything in that case anymore. So I would advise, if you're using the camera, do not store things in this slide-on case, because the wide-angle lens came off, and the 2 phone connectors came off, and I lost them. So I bought this from Amazon. This is the Samsung or Android connection to connect the camera to, and it come with this storage case, so you can store your lenses, some SD cards, and it was only about a 5 or a 10, I think, or 8 quid or something like that. So I keep it in there now, and I don't keep it in the slide-on handle. And obviously, when I first used the camera, I think I've made this mistake before. I bought an SD card years ago, a micro SD card that I've used for video cameras and stuff like that, and it's one of the smaller ones. It takes a micro SD, not a bigger SD like an SLR would, a DSLR would. And it would only record 30 seconds at a time. So you need to buy a specific SD card to use with the DJI Pocket 2, because it needs to be fairly fast, because it records in 4K or 1080, and the SD card I had, it was SanDisk something or other. Oh yeah, I've got it here. Actually, it was a Samsung 64GB SD card. It just wasn't fast enough, so it was stopping recording after like a minute, and I was thinking the camera was broken, had been conned by CEX, but no, it wasn't. So I had to go out and I bought the correct SD card, and I had any issues with it now, and I've done time lapses with it, so that's one really, really, really really good function is the time lapses. So it'll pan across a location and then record a time lapse. So I've done loads of them. The follow function's very good on it, so it follows a subject around. And I'm still exploring the camera. I've not explored every single option yet. I'm just reviewing this as kind of a newbie to vlogging, but also a newbie to this type of camera. So there's not a lot of info about specific functions. This isn't a guide on how to use it. This is just my honest review of how I found the camera so far. But the functions I've used the main follow function. I've used, the flip around function, so you can flip the camera around back and forwards to film in front of you or to film yourself. That all works fine. The follow function works fine. The panning function works really well. And also the time lapse and the slow mo is very good, but the time lapse is very, very good. I really recommend using that. It's quite easy to do, especially if you just stick it on a tripod somewhere and just let it do its thing for however long you've got. And I produce some pretty nice time lapses as I have used the camera. Point number 4 kind of ties into the point number 1, which is size, but it's ease of use. I mean, I absolutely love the way you can just get this camera out anywhere and just quickly film and then just quickly plonk it away, and then away it goes into your bag or into your pocket or into your whatever you're putting it. I love that. I mean, that's what I'm all about, because I have children with me and I have a busy day, and I haven't got time to mess around with. I haven't got time to sit down and get my camera out and check it's all working and whatever else. I need to get the camera out and I need to film straight away. And I think that's just great, because that's what I needed, and that was suitable for me, because obviously I wanted quick access to a camera. So I've just got this out now and I've quickly switched it on and it's already, so there you go, switched it around, and I'll just turn it around as well so I can quickly flip it over. And it will allow me to film straight away. So I'm pretty much I'm recording the camera as we speak, and you'll see my setup for this video as well. So yeah, I absolutely love the ease of use. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and for what you get with it as well, the accessories and stuff, they're all easy to use. Like the microphone, you just pull it straight out and they just stick it on and it connects to your DJI Pocket 2 straight away. And I just think it's absolutely phenomenal. I just think it's the best thing I've ever bought, and I am going to rate it at the end so far as well. So yeah, ease of use. I mean, if you want something that's small and easy to get out and carry around, I would highly recommend this camera. And I just think you'll have a wonderful time with it, because it's just so easy to use. I've got 4 kids with me and a wife, and they barely notice I'm filming half the time, and I just get it out and just quickly do a panoramic, or I'll film the kids or whatever else, and I just put it away straight away if I need to. Absolutely amazing. One point to note about the Pocket 2 is that it's not possible to use it in the rain, which is quite disappointing, because many cameras are these days. You can use your phone in the rain. Phones are waterproof now. You can use an action camera in the rain. I've used my action camera underwater and in the pouring down rain to record cool footage. I've taken it out on the bike and it's got soaking wet. It does have a waterproof case. So they need to make sure they look at that in future for future devices. I think you can buy a waterproof case to put around it, but I don't trust using that, because it's like third party and I don't know if it'll go well with the gimbal. The gimbal looks really so it wouldn't be hard to break that gimbal. I don't want to put a case around that and make it like an underwater thing. So just in future, they should look at maybe making some kind of waterproof covering, or just making it waterproof, because it would be really nice. I was out the other week. I was filming in a really nice location, and at the very end of the walk, there was like a lighthouse and like a cross statue type thing, and it was beautiful footage. And I only got about 3 seconds of footage there because it started lashing down. So I recorded the walk and I recorded the footage all the way there, and then when I got to the actual destination, I couldn't film because it started raining. So if you're listening, DJI, or whatever your name is, make it waterproof in future. The final point number 5 of why you should use this camera in 2024 for vlogging and all other kinds of filming, is quite simply the price. I think it's super cheap. I mean, secondhand, I bought this from CEX for £260. That also comes with a 2-year warranty. I really rate CEX for selling things. I've bought multiple cameras off them and they've been fine as well. They've been checked rigorously, and I think the 2-year warranty is very, very generous, I think, for a second-hand item. So if something goes wrong with this, technically I can take it back and they'll exchange it or fix it for me or whatever it is. So I think it's very good. And even if you buy new, it's only relatively cheap as well. It's a couple hundred more for the whole thing. I would recommend going for the Creator Combo because you do get all the accessories with it. I don't think I'd want to use this without the microphone, because the microphone's very good, and all the little accessories you get with it as well, like the do it all handle and everything else. I think you should go for the Creator Combo. It's not much more, and you'll be very satisfied with the actual accessories that you get with it and the extras. Because I think the microphone is exceptional. It's a great thing to have to just enhance your audio quality and whatnot. And I've not done a lot with it yet. I am going to do some more experiment with it. I might even record some music with it or something like that and see how good it is in that respect. Get some recordings of some guitars or whatever on it and see how it does with that. But for voice, very exceptional microphone for what you for what you get basically. So the price is right. I think it's good, especially if you're buying it used, like many people would do. I think it's very, very worthwhile buying over other, items. Like I've looked at the Sony ZV-1 and other cameras like that, and they come in at like £400, £500. I'm not sure. I've never used one of those at this stage, so and at some point I probably will get one. But I'm slightly out of my price range at the moment, so I didn't go for that one. But that was very affordable for me, £260. As I said, I sold another camera to buy it, so I didn't have to pocket out. No pun intended. I didn't have to go out of pocket to get the Pocket, the DJI Pocket 2. I already sold the camera to buy this straight. So, but I could have stretched at some point to buy it anyway. So it's not that expensive in my opinion. I think it's the right price. I think it's a fantastic camera, and you wouldn't be disappointed if you spent a couple of £100 on one. Okay, so that's my top 5 reasons why this camera, the DJI Pocket 2, is the right camera for you in 2022 for vlogging. I am super, super impressed with this camera. I can't believe the quality of it. It's absolutely brilliant. It is one of the best things I've ever bought, and it's one of the most enjoyable things to use as well. It's really quick, and you can film footage, and it comes out just really stunning as well. And I just think you wouldn't be disappointed if you're looking for a vlogging camera. I highly recommend this. So what do I rate this out of 10? Okay, you're not going to be surprised to say that I'm going to rate this at the moment as a solid 9.5 out of 10. What do I base that on? Well, I have had such fun using it. I'm still in the early days, so I might get fed up with it at some point, but at the moment, I'm absolutely loving it. It's the reason it's not a 10. I would rate it a 10, but the reason it's not a 10 is because the screen is absolutely tiny. And also, it's not waterproof. So there's a little bit of a loss of mark there for the waterproofness. Also, the screen being so small. But that is a plus point as well. So I'm being a bit unfair there because it does allow the camera to stay quite compact and a little bit more stealthy when you're filming. So 9.5 out of 10. That's a sensational rating, I think. I think if they made the case a little bit better so that you're going to lose accessories out of it, because I did love the fact that you could store accessories in that case. However, they do pop out and you lose them, and I did in the first few days of having the camera, so I was a bit annoyed about that. So that's affected me rating a little bit, and the fact it's not waterproof. I might be a little bit unfair with the waterproof thing. I don't even know if you can make this camera waterproof. However, it would be very nice to have it as a waterproofed camera so you can use it anyway. Imagine the rain footage you could get with this bad boy. I'm thinking of doing time lapses when it's lashing down with rain. That would be awesome. So make it waterproof. 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely love this camera. I'd highly recommend it to anybody, and I am chuffed with it. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like and subscribe to my channel for more and more footage. I didn't go camping this week or do any trips into nature or anything. Just been on holiday with the family, so there'll be some videos coming out to do with that. But next weekend I am going wild camping in North Wales, so look out for that video. So this week's video has been a nice review of the DJI Pocket 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up, comment, and please subscribe to my channel because it really helped me grow further and further. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.